Hey you guys, it's Gabriel calling from NeonoeN, and today we are reacting to NeonoeN's Clickbait that won Montesong 2024 and all of that about their disqualification / withdrawal from Eurovision 2025. Shall we react and talk about it? Let's do this! Alright, first of all, before we dive into all of that stuff about disqualification or their stepping down, let's react to NeonoeN's Clickbait from the national final of Montesong 2024. So, hitting play. Very, very weird. Like hitting with hammers. This gives me Georgia 2022 vibes. Circus Mercus. This feels a bit like it. Obviously Montesong staging isn't the best, so they would have probably done a lot better at Eurovision, but Clickbait! It's catchy. It's very catchy at the chorus. Clickbait! If they do end up replacing this with the second place, Dobrodošli, it's a very good song. It's probably a better song, Dobrodošli. However, this has probably got more of a chance to get into the final, to be honest. Public vote especially. Clickbait! It's good. It's a shame that this isn't participating, because although it was bottom of the odds to win, which it just shows how unpredictable national finals are. This is quite a well-produced song live. They put a lot of effort into the stage, you can see. And the thing is, it doesn't actually have a bad voice, the main singer. It's actually not that bad. The middle bits of the song, besides the chorus, feel slightly not great. But then, Clickbait. It's just catchy, I quite like it. Clickbait! It's good. It's very good. I can see why this won. I think it came second in public and jury. And this is just I feel like we get this in a lot of songs at Eurovision where it's just an absolute just bang, 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 all just chaos on the stage. But it works. And pyro. This could be actually the most underrated national final because it's very well produced for such a small country with a little budget. Click. Stuff in my head. Bang. Click. Bang. Look, it's very catchy. I can see why it's done very well, but it's very good. It's very, very, very good, and that is NeonoeN's Clickbait. Now there is obviously it's interesting how we have a name of an artist that is the same frontwards and backwards when you say it. I believe it's pronounced NeonoeN, not like I've heard people say it NeonoeN, which is like definitely wrong. So let's discuss about what's actually all this drama that's happened since the national final. Dobrodošli came second. This came first. At the time of recording, the participation decision is to be announced tomorrow, which would be the 8th of December. So I don't know if Montenegro will actually participate or they'll choose someone different. But let's dive down into what actually happened and their statement that they put out of what NeonoeN said. So let's have a look. Obviously, as a lot of people hope, I don't really care now who participates for for Montenegro, but I hope that they are in the contest. Vladana resigned as artistic director who represented Montenegro a few years ago. So let's now see about all the information about how there was an investigation. There's a rule in Eurovision saying the song that is selected cannot be performed in a public event before the 1st of September of the following year. NeonoeN were believed to have performed Clickbait at a small Montenegrin festival in 2023. Now, the EBU are normally really fluid on this. They let things go through, and they're happy. It happened to Aiko's Pedestal and Jamala, who won for Ukraine about 8-9 years ago. It was now. So the EBU would normally let these things go by, but this they didn't have to choose in the end because NeonoeN withdrew as the Eurovision 2025 representative of Montenegro. They performed at a Montenegrin festival, and I don't believe this would have had much influence on them winning or not, because although it's shocking to believe, apparently it's rumoured that Nina Zizic lost to NeonoeN by 13 singular people votes. So if I would have voted, it would have made it 12. So that tight margins. However, it's not like Montenegrin people can vote for Montenegro at the semi-finals at Eurovision anyway, so I don't think it makes a massive difference. Because I think this would have had much more of a better chance of getting to the final than Dobrodošli if it does participate. So, NeonoeN voluntarily withdrew from representing Montenegro. So, before the outcome, the RTCG, which is the Montenegrin national broadcaster, and the EBU discussion has been published. So, the band have said in the statement, "Dear, in the best public interest, with the desire to end the uncertainty and once again contribute to the music that we are here for, we inform you that we are voluntarily withdrawing from participating in Eurovision. RTCG, in accordance with the regulations, will choose another representative and we will be the first to wish him or her or them luck and provide full support. The victory at Montesong brought us publicity whose type and scope we did not choose nor could we control. We would like to point out, and the facts confirm this, that performing the working version of the song live neither jeopardised the process of the Montesong festival itself, nor could it have influenced its final outcome and our placement. The fact is that there have been many similar examples that the EBU has always decided that these songs can participate, because they did not have a competitive advantage over the others, which is clear to everyone. However, we simply do not want to be part of any stories outside of music, nor to promote our authors' work in this way. Eurovision has never been a goal in itself for us. Expanding the field of our musical activity certainly is. The Montesong Festival, organised by the Association of Entertainers, brought 16 new songs, and that is its greatest value. We would like to thank the management of RTCG for their goodwill and intention to give us space for other options. We believe that they will understand our decision to give up on Eurovision, and we also thank them for that. Special and immense gratitude for the support of fellow musicians, lovers of good music, friends, acquaintances, journalists, and the general public from Montenegro and abroad, which gave us strength in the last days. Our family, together with us, have experienced all the splendour and despair of this process, and now it's time to repay them and dedicate ourselves to them the right way. Clickbait continues to live as a musical single, but we are also afraid of it as a contemporary social phenomenon. Once again, thank you all. Now let's all support Montenegro at Eurovision. So, a version of this rule was also in place at Montesong 2024. So there is an argument saying that there are all these national finals. When a song is published, the broadcasters look as hard as they can to find any previous footage of the song being performed. But it's worst case scenario that Clickbait has won the national final, and then they find out. If it doesn't win the national final and then it's found that it's performed in public, it doesn't get disqualified. It just comes second, third, fourth, whatever. But the fact that it's won is just not best case scenario. The full rule, as it appears in the contest rulebook, is this though. This is quoted from the Eurovision regulations. In case the song submitted has been made available to the public, for example, but not limited to on online video platforms, social networks, or publicity accessible databanks, and or performed publicly, for example, but not limited to during concerts prior to the release date, the participating broadcaster must inform the ESC executive supervisor, who shall have authority to evaluate whether the song remains eligible for the participation in the contest. In particular, the ESC executive supervisor shall assess whether such disclosure prior to the release date is likely to give the song an advantage in the contest. The ESC executive supervisor shall have authority to authorise or deny participation of a song which may have been available to the public as described. So, it's a massive shame that they've been disqualified. Well, let's just say they have been disqualified, because I doubt they would have, but that's kind of what it's come down to. They have kind of been disqualified from Montesong because they've withdrawn. It's not great. It's very sad because I genuinely think this song might have had a chance to get into the final. However, the question really lies on who will participate. I believe Nina says someone asked her if she would. She said yes. But tomorrow morning, and this will probably be out after that, so you can let me know down below what actually happens. It is expected. Well, it is. Well, it's not expected. There will be a decision on Montenegro's participation. I think Montenegro made a big deal out of this. I think this should have been done privately. I wouldn't say embarrassed, but I've watched a few interviews with NeonoeN. They were so excited to go to Eurovision, and then they publicly say that it's under investigation. I think they should have done it privately. And then if NeonoeN wanted to withdraw or were disqualified, it could have been done, and there would have been a bit less drama about it. But it was built up and built up and built up, and it didn't end nicely. But I guess that's what happens, and it happens every year. And if they really wanted to, they could have waited, and they probably would have gone in, to be honest. But I guess we hope there'll be a different contestant, because if Montenegro withdraw from Eurovision, our one returning country, that is just not great. Anyways, hope you enjoyed that video. Some insightful information, but I'm sure this was a few days ago anyway, so you probably know a lot about the story anyway. Anyways, subscribe down below, because we are posting videos now. National final songs day after day. We've got Latvian songs coming out, Albanian songs coming out, Estonian songs to react to, and loads more. So drop us a subscribe down below as we try to get to 250 subscribers by next May for Eurovision. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!